Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutaha Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Om Jnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Krishnaya Krishna No. Should be farther away. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurachishe Namaha Nityanandam Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayane Kalo Kalmashanashaya Janava Patai Namaha Ananda Lilamaya Vigrahaya Hemabadivyachchavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchatadavatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my beloved Sri Guru Pada Padma Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Asto Tarasata Shri Shila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. I'm offering my equal Dandavat pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali to the lotus feet of my beloved Siksha Guru Devs Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Asto Tarasata Shri Shila Bhakti Rakshak Shri Dhar Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Asto Tarasata Shri Shila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. My unlimited dandavat pranams to the lotus feet of all my Rupa Nuga Guru Varga. And my dandavat pranams to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis headed by Tridandi Sanyasika. By the unlimited, causeless mercy of our beloved Gurudev and our Guru Varga, and under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, we are coming to this place in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham, which is known as Sri Gambira. This Gambira is the room that we just went to before coming here. We were sitting there, observing. If you go and you see inside of the window there, then you see into the small little room that is the exact place where Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari lived while he was here in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. This is the house. You see here many of the original pillars and the original facade that 500 years ago, this was the place called Kashi Mishra Bhavan. Kashi Mishra was like the superintendent of the Jagannath temple. And it was arranged that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he would reside in this small room, in this house of Kashi Mishra. So, it is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. In the second chapter of the Madhya Lila, Sri Kaviraj Goswami wanted to summarize all of the later pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was very old at the time when he was writing the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he did not know if he would live long enough to describe the Antya Lila, the pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu in his final stages while he was on this planet here in Jagannath Puri. So he summarized in the second chapter those pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he described therein how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived here in this room and what kind of transcendental ecstasies he experienced here. This very place, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to stay in that small room, and in his internal moods, coming into his heart, because who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is none other than Krishna, who is combined with the moods of Srimati Radhika, the Bhav and the Kanti, the moods and her divine color. In other words, her Unnata Ujjvala Prem has covered the body of Sri Krishna to become golden color. And the very purpose for which Sri Krishna descended into this world was because he had this desire, actually three desires, to understand Srimati Radhika's Prem. What is the Mahima, the greatness, the unlimited, infinite expanse of her Prem? What is the nature of her ability to taste his own sweetness? And what is the unparalleled happiness that she would always taste through her Prem, her Unnata Ujjvala Prem for him? Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisho Va Nayaiva Swadyo Yena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrisho Va Madiya Sokyam Chasyam Mad Anubhavata Kidrisham Veti Lobhat Tad Bhavadya Samajani Sachigarbha Sindho Varindu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, he descended in the womb of Mother Sachi for this main purpose. And in completing his final pastimes in this world, here in this very place, this Gambira, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu daily was merging deeper and deeper into the divine ecstasies, especially the moods of separation that Srimati Radhika experienced when Sri Krishna left from Braja. That story is most vividly described in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and that is the essence of the moods of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here, when Srimati Radhika was feeling this extreme viraha, extreme separation from Krishna after he left on the chariot of Akrur. How she lived in Braj, constantly merged and absorbed in these moods of separation. So beautifully these have been described by our Goswamis, Srila Rupa Goswami in his Lalita Madhava, Vidagdha Madhava, Sri Ramananda Roy in his Jagannath Balaban Nataka. In that chapter, second chapter of the Madhya Lila, so many verses are quoted there from these two literatures. And also, Srila Bilva Mangal Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to taste and used to cite these different verses, how Srimati Radhika was feeling the pain of separation from Sri Krishna. His two attendants, Sri Ramananda Roy and Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, they were always here with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They were constantly attending him, just as Lalita and Vishaka are always attending Srimati Radhika in the time when Sri Krishna left and she was always drowning in separation mood. So Lalita and Vishaka would always be there. Those two divine personalities descended as Sri Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami. And they accompanied Mahaprabhu in his attempt to understand Srimati Radhika's prema. Always they were with him. He used to put his arms around their necks and crying and weeping and crying, "Where has my Brajendra Nandan gone? Oh, where has he gone? How will I be able to see him again? How will I be able to attain him again? Without his darshan, my heart is breaking. I cannot tolerate this any longer." These kind of moods, weeping and weeping, Gauranga Mahaprabhu experienced here in the Gambira. Actually, the ecstasies that he attained and the outward manifestations of those ecstasies were never ever before seen in this material world in any other living being. Because Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna himself, only his transcendental body could manifest these divine ecstasies. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, in extreme madness of separation mood, his body would be elongated. All of his arms, his legs, and the joints would be actually separated. Only some skin would be holding them together, 8 inches apart. This is inconceivable. No human being could ever tolerate this. Yet these are the divine ecstasies that Mahaprabhu would experience. Sometimes Mahaprabhu would be in this room, Gambira, and he would be grinding his face against the wall. Blood would be oozing from his pores, foam from his mouth. The inconceivable manifestations of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic moods, they are so vividly described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami later on in the Antya Lila. Anyone that wants to understand this will have to read that display of Krishnadas Kaviraj. So there were sometimes 3 doors that were enclosing the Gambira room. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somehow or other, he would escape in the middle of the night. And he would run out into the town here, and he would go to the bank of the Ganga, to the bank of the ocean. But he would see it as if it was the Jamuna River. And Mahaprabhu, in his ecstasy, would dive into the waves of the ocean, thinking that now he is merged into the Jamuna River. We have heard that pastime, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran into the ocean and became swept away by the waves of the ocean and went going for miles down the shore, exactly to where our temple is there. And then Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, they would run from here after they saw that Mahaprabhu was gone in the middle of the night. And they would go searching everywhere for him. Then they would go to the banks of the ocean and they would search everywhere. Then they saw one fisherman there. And that fisherman was displaying the moods of someone who was like haunted by a ghost. And then Swarup Damodar Goswami said, that means he must have contacted our Mahaprabhu. So he slapped him in the face and woke him up from this kind of mood, temperament. And then he asked him, what has happened to you? And then he said, I was fishing with my net. And I pulled some very big, heavy object into the boat. And it was glowing, it was like a round ball. And I did not know. As soon as I touched it, I became mad and I felt this ecstasy. Then Swarup Damodar said, lead us, show us where is this ball? And when they came there, they saw Mahaprabhu. His arms, his legs, his head, like a tortoise, had gone into his body. And he was completely merged in Krishna Prem. So then they began kirtan. And they woke Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gradually, his body returned to normal. And then he began weeping and telling them, I was with Krishna. I was in the forest of Vrindavan. I was engaging in water pastimes with Sri Krishna and all the gopis. It was so beautiful. Now you brought me back here. In this way, Mahaprabhu's madness was displayed. He would wander here from this room, Gambira, and he would go along the main road here and see the beautiful gardens and parks. And Mahaprabhu would think, I have entered into Vrindavan forest. And he would be in this forest sometimes in the middle of the night. And he would have the divine vision of Sri Krishna standing under a tree, Shyama Sundar, with very beautiful threefold bending form, holding his flute with lotus petal eyes, and with crooked glance glancing at him. And then suddenly that vision would disappear. Like this, Gauranga Mahaprabhu lived here in the Gambira. And every day, when Mahaprabhu would leave from here, he would go to the Jagannath temple. And he would stand behind the Garuda Stamba, only in such a way that he could not see Baladev and Subhadra, but only he could see Lord Jagannath. But he was not seeing Jagannath as we see. He was seeing Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar himself. And in the moods of Srimati Radhika, he would weep, and puddles of his tears would be there on the floor. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu would go to bathe in the ocean, and after bathing in the ocean, then he would come to the Tota Gopinath temple, which we went to the other day. And there, Mahaprabhu would sit with Sri Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu. He would hear Srimad Bhagavatam directly from him. And Gadadhar Pandit is none other than Srimati Radhika herself. So Srila Gurudev described that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Now he's trying to understand the transcendental moods of Srimati Radhika. But Radhika has come, and now in the form of Gadadhar Pandit, he is explaining. Actually, it is Radhika herself which is manifesting all the moods of Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu would hear these, and Gadadhar Pandit would show and explain all the moods of separation of Radha. And then Gauranga Mahaprabhu would be weeping and understanding from the heart of Gadadhar Pandit. Then he would come back here to the Gambira after attending the university course of Gadadhar Pandit. And he would perform his sadhan bhajan here of divine ecstatic prema of Srimati Radhika. So it is quite inconceivable that this divine holy place still exists here in Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu was here only 500 years ago. We are so fortunate that we can go to see the very same room, sit there on the veranda and meditate upon Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Also, you can see inside of the room there is a water pot, and also there are the wooden shoes inside of the case. These are the very shoes that were worn by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his water pot when he took sannyas. So many ecstatic moods are embedded within this divine place. The only way that we will ever be able to realize these things is to constantly pray at the lotus feet of our Gurudev and our Rupanuga Guru Varga, that they will be merciful to us, that we will be able to follow their instructions and do this sadhan bhajan, to chant the holy names of Sri Krishna, and to read these transcendental literatures that have been given by them, and try and attempt with great deep humility to worship these holy places, to worship these divine pastimes, to worship the holy names of Krishna. And in this way, some rays of mercy may come into our heart one day, and we'll realize the divine greatness of this holy place, Sri Gambira. So I'm offering my unlimited pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev and my Guru Varga, and praying that they will shower their causeless mercy upon us, that one day we will be able to enter into these divine pastimes. Gaur Premanande Vancha Kalpatarudascha Kripa Sindhubheda Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo.